So first, talk about the silver basic package. Now, your blood tests don't lie. Early detection of your body's imbalances can reduce your risk of later disease. This testing includes a proprietary blend of the most advanced testing available anywhere in the world. And guess what? Your knowledge of these levels is essential to the reversal of age-related diseases and for the optimization of your health. Mitochondrial evaluation is essential. What are your mitochondria? They're little batteries that control everything in your body. And guess what? You need to know how much energy you are making and what nutritional deficiencies are causing them to misfire or malfunction. So that's mitochondrial function. We measure that. You need to know what infections, what toxins, what heavy metals are interfering with these little batteries in your energy production, or you're not going to live very long. The testing will evaluate your free radicals, your oxidative stress, lipid peroxides, Krebs cycle analysis, mutation rate, essential fatty acids, amino acids, antioxidant levels, vitamin levels, mineral levels, lactic acid levels, digestion, metabolic analysis, organic acids, and most importantly, the mitochondrial dysfunction you have. So by knowing your levels for these given items, you can be proactive because we're going to fix them. Everybody's mitochondria has different needs and different supplementation, and you must measure. This testing also includes malabsorption markers, bacterial dysbiosis markers, yeast and fungal dysbiosis markers, which can destroy your energy production, and that's what it's all about. Digestive support analysis, also which includes probiotics and pancreatic enzymes, and we need these. Neurotransmitter metabolites to balance your brain chemistry, which is very, very important. It's important to optimize this function. Other toxins and other detoxification markers are also included. Maybe you have plastic in your body. Maybe you have MTBE in your body. These are all included along with essential fatty acid markers in the red blood cells. Also, I look at minerals. Okay? So restorative medicine, also known as hormone restorative medicine, is about restoration to achieve optimal physiology in the whole body. It's a whole body concept. It's about affecting every organ in your body. I measure salivary hormones, and this is the only way to measure hormones, and it's essential. Blood testing is obsolete and should never be done anymore. So I prescribe multiple natural biochemical hormones in a customized manner to stimulate optimal natural hormone production throughout our entire body. This in turn stimulates organs such as the brain, the skin, the heart, the immune system, the bones, the joints. Guess what? It's our whole body. And all these organ systems depend on hormones to function. So do your mitochondria. I use bioidentical pregnenolone, testosterone, DHEA, progesterone, estradiol, estriol, thyroid, cortisol, growth hormone, melatonin. And I use them in a symphony. They need to be balanced correctly. And guess what they do? They lower your cholesterol, they lower your blood sugar, they regrow organs, they affect your brain, they recharge your life, and most importantly, they can recharge your mitochondria. Let's talk a little bit about thyroid. Thyroid increases blood flow, heart rate, heat production, metabolism, and energy. Extremely important. It also speeds your thinking, your intestinal mobility, raising your good cholesterol, and immunity. It really improves your batteries, and that's what this testing is all about. So we assess things like thyroid function. Thyroid can be involved with weight gain, infections, cold hands, cold feet, brittle nails, dry skin, constipation, migraines, heart disease, high cholesterol, muscle and joint stiffness, fatigue, and fibromyalgia. And don't forget about memory and concentration. I've been taking natural thyroid for approximately 20 years. It's changed my life. We can talk a little bit about cardiovascular disease. They continue to be the #1 cause of death in this country. Unfortunately, we have reached a limit in our treatment of coronary heart disease using traditional allopathic medicine. So over the last 2 decades, I developed proprietary testing to look for the root cause and to target the risk factors such as high blood pressure, elevated cholesterol, elevated triglycerides, obesity, diabetes. I look at the root cause. It's not about a prescription pill. It's about getting to the cause. and that's why you're coming to see me. We have developed a false sense of security with our prescription pills, but we're not addressing any of the major risk factors that are involved, such as inflammation, infection, toxins, and genes. So we look at heart attack prevention. We look at heart disease prevention. We are looking beyond the major risk factors. We're looking at genes, which are incredibly fascinating. We're looking at the causes. We're looking at metabolic causes that can actually get to the root cause of your disease. So we test for inflammation, blood viscosity, immunity, liver, cholesterol particle size. It's very, very important to know your numbers because your blood tests don't lie. Your immunity needs to be kept strong throughout your life. With stress and obesity and antibiotics and heavy metals and environmental pollutants, our immunity goes down and deteriorates. And guess what? Multiple viruses, bacteria, Lyme add to the incredible toxic load we have. Infections can even cause cancer. You need to know your numbers. You need to know if you have infections. You need to know your immunity. And you've got to keep it high your whole life. Later, you'll learn about what happened to me. I'm a cancer survivor. I'm a heart attack survivor. I also had low immunity. Chronic infections accumulate as we age. And this results in a disastrous effect on our energy and our whole life force. So I check for chronic viral infections. I look at Lyme. I look like things like that. These diseases of infection are associated with Alzheimer's, heart disease, and even cancer. You need to know your levels. You have to be proactive. Your life depends on it. It's not one thing. Did you know that heavy metals such as aluminum, lead, cadmium, mercury, uranium, bismuth are destroying our body 24/7? Toxins actually cause obesity. They cause diabetes, cancer, Alzheimer's, autoimmune disease, and even ADD. Do you realize that as the coal is burning in China, we're all exposed to it every day of our lives? Do you realize that those living near a highway are exposed to the cadmium in the brakes? And yeah, the cigarette smoke, the secondhand smoke, do you realize all that? The aluminum in your deodorant, the pots and pans have aluminum in it. We're all absorbing Teflon every day. So all these toxins make it a toxic environment. And you need to know your detox mechanisms, and you need to know how to detoxify. Extremely important. So in summary, I've had all these tests. I know my book of life. I know my heavy metals. I know my immunity. I know my viruses. I've done all these testing, and I've done trial and error. I've spent the money. I spent the time. I've been sick. I now know how to evaluate and optimize your health. So hopefully you take control of your medical destiny and join me in this proactive, cutting-edge, scientific, peer-reviewed evaluation. The medicine is here today. Now that was the basic package. I want to talk about now a little bit about the Silver Advanced package. Now along with the testing I've already spoke about in the Silver Basic package, the Silver Advanced package includes many, many more things. I think detoxification panel and knowing a proprietary blood test for early cancer detection is very, very important. And I've included in the panel. Your genes do not always equal your fate. Most of our genes have flexible expression and are influenced by a modifiable environment, such as diet and lifestyle, as I mentioned before. So I do genetic testing along with proprietary genomic testing to identify genomic risk for chemical sensitivities, oxidative stress, and your ability to handle various medications. And guess what? You need to know the drug-drug interactions between the medications you're taking. Your doctor doesn't know, and you need to know. And I can't tell you without ordering this test. You need to know what drug-drug interactions to avoid the rest of your life. Okay? Did you know that charred meats can be bad for you? I can't detoxify it. Maybe all the grilling that I did my whole life helped cause my cancer. Did you know that certain drugs do not work well depending on your genes? Genomic pharmacology is the medicine of the future, and it's available today. So to avoid serious drug side effects before they happen, you need to know. So if you have Alzheimer's or heart disease, genes, you want to avoid traumatic brain injury, and you want to optimize your brain health. For example, in my opinion, combat sports for your children need to be minimized if you have susceptible genes. And I can test this. So I can test this in you and your children. You need to know these results to be proactive in your life. Disease is preventable if we catch it early. It's able to slow down. The last package that I offer, we'll talk a little bit about that, is the advanced package. And this includes proprietary early cancer detection. Now listen closely. It identifies the presence of cancer as well as the tissue of origin through the detection of certain proteins only found in cancer. This protein is specific and unique to malignant cells. And guess what? These can be detected early in your bloodstream. The blood test contains analysis and reveals the origin of malignant cells of the following cancers: bladder, breast, cervical, colon, endometrial, esophageal, gastric, liver, kidney, leukemia, non-small cell of the lung cancer, lymphoma, melanoma, mesothelioma, multiple myeloma, myeloma, ovarian, pancreatic, prostate, sarcoma, squamous, thyroid, follicular, uterine, papillary, and testicular germ cells. And many more are coming down the pike. So in conclusion, as discussed before, I have had all these tests. I've done the trial and error. I spent the money. I spent the time. I had cancer and heart attack and cured it through alternative medicine. I'm here now to optimize your health. I'm here to evaluate your complete book of life, all your toxins, all your genes, all your metabolism, and I'm going to allow you to be proactive. I'm going to show you cutting-edge, scientific, peer-reviewed literature. So be proactive in control of your destiny. Join the anti-aging revolution now. Now, the last package that we're going to talk about is the Silver VIP package. And let me explain to you what's included here. What's included here is the basic package and the Silver Advanced package. So I put those in, but it also includes telomere testing. Now these telomeres make up the caps of our DNA. And it's within these caps that control our genetic material, and that makes up who we are. And every organ in our body is made up of cells of telomeres. And the telomeres get short. And as they get short, you and I get sick. We get cancer, we get heart disease, we get Alzheimer's, and we finally die. So these telomeres can now be measured. So they're kind of like the caps of the shoelaces at the end of our DNA. And when they shrink, that's when the disease sets in. We do, and this is extremely important, short telomere testing. And we use the only laboratory in the world that can do this. So you want to measure your short telomeres. Okay? Now once you know, this is your biologic age. This is not your chronologic age. So once you know your telomere length, which is your biologic age, as opposed to your chronologic age, you can be proactive. In 2009, the Nobel Prize for Physiology and Medicine was awarded to 3 scientists who discovered how this enzyme called telomerase had an impact on telomere length. A 2010 study from the Harvard Medical School showed telomere shortening to be the root cause of all cellular aging. Did you hear that? All cellular aging. So we test, as I said, for the shortest telomere length, and we send it to Europe. It's got the best quality control, and it's the best lab in the world. Okay? When we get your short telomeres, I then activate the telomerase to increase your telomere length, and we can repeat that. We can repeat that a year from now. So in conclusion, this is new cutting-edge peer-reviewed testing. And these results will enable you to learn your biologic age. And through the other testing I discussed, we can pick up early cancer, we can look at immunity, your infections, your heavy metals, look at your hormones, your free radicals, your mutation rates. We can learn a lot. You can learn your vitamin levels, your fatty acid levels, your amino acid levels. And what are we going to do with all this information? I'm going to optimize your health. Okay? I'm going to allow you to develop a life plan. You and I are going to work together. This is going to be based on individualized genomic, biochemical, toxin infection evaluation. Now remember, everyone is different. The one-size-fits-all mentality is not in this office. The medicine of the future is here now. All right, so you got to join me in this new personalized genomic medical approach. And guess what? Your life depends on it. The life of your children depends on it. The life of the planet depends on it. So join me now. Please call me and make an appointment. I can help. Best in Health, Dean R. Sober, MD.